Hi everyone. I wanted to go over my current shoe rotation, which is probably the same as the last 5 years of my shoe rotation, give or take on maybe like a couple few that's been added in maybe like the last year. But for the most part, for the last 5-6 years, my shoe rotation has been the same core. And I feel like that's really dialed in what I really want out of footwear. And as I kind of looked over what I have, I feel like I've really come to understand the general theme in everything that I choose to wear. So yeah, let's just get right into it. First up, my Owens Ramones. I got these back in 2017. I was looking for a pair for a while, and then Farfetch, the online retailer, was having like a sale because like they were just starting to come into the market, like making a big push. And then so they had like, you know, first time buyer sales, and then the boutique that was selling them also had a sale. And then I was able to stack that onto like one other maybe seasonal sale. So altogether, I think I got them for like $444.10, shipping included. They came from Italy, I believe. So even for at the time, like crazy steal. No way I would pay like $1,200 for probably any footwear. I think I mean, I say that now, but you never know. Either way, got these for $444 ship. Got the main line with leather. As you can see, I've worn the crap out of them. They can take a beating. The sole of it, I'm running out of shark teeth on the bottom. You can't really see how sharp it is anymore. The heel is running out. I didn't know that it was a good idea to put on like that not attachable, but like you go to a shoe cobbler and then like you add on like a heel tab to prevent heel drag like this. I didn't know that it was a good idea for these, but now I know for next time. So even though these are kind of running out of life, I plan on just getting them resold from a proper shoe repair place and probably give me another 10-year run. So I've had these for 8 years, worn them countless times. They've been everywhere. They've been on they've been to music festivals. They've been to music festivals. They've been with me on many travel trips. They've been with me to Japan, which in hindsight, not a good idea if you're going to be making like 4,000 step. If you're going to be having 4,000 step days, because 4,000, that's not even so much, dude. What am I saying? It's not a good idea because if you're planning on having 40,000 step days, because they're not that comfortable. They're not like a replacement for like an actual walking shoe, but they got the job done. Yeah, man, I love these. And I know they've been memed a lot in the past few years as far as being like maybe getting too popular. But that's okay. I still love them. I feel like those memes don't represent me. I've worn them with the black laces for a bit, but I think white laces are the way to go. Next up, my CDG Comme des Garçons Air Force One mids. Mids aren't mid, everyone. Got them in white. They did come out with a pair in black. And when I first saw them pop up online, I was like, dude, I have to have these. It's like pretty simple. Like, of course, it's just an all white shoe, but the devil's in the details, baby. The panels are like left uncut. They're still left intact with the foreskin on. You could only tell that it is still like an Air Force One by the silhouette. And then you look at the details and then you see the stitching. Oh, there's the swoosh. The leather is very premium. Even the insole is leather. The only thing about them, like on any Nike, is the sole is a bit yellow now. And I want to get them unyellowed. Although I'm a bit scared because I've never done that before and I don't want to mess anything up. So if you have any tips on how to unyellow, how to unpiss your shoe, let me know. Drop in the comments. Wore these all the time. I'm trying to wear them less now because I'm just scared of like running them to the ground and then not having another pair. But if I could, I would have like 10 pairs of these so I could just wear them for the rest of my life. Like I think these are going to go down as like one of my favorite Nikes ever, for sure. My brother got these for me, so shout out to him. Much love. Okay, what do I have next? Oh, these. My 1461 quad Doc Martens. Jess got these for me after I got her a pair, and she noticed how jealous I was of my own gift to her that she got me a pair. Very sweet. At the time when they came out, they didn't have the one that was just with the black stitching. They had the traditional Doc Marten yellow stitching, and I grabbed a Sharpie and I colored it. You could even kind of see now like the Sharpie is starting to run out in some parts. But yeah, these give me a lot of much needed height. So big recommend for all my short kings out there. The one downside is they're just a little hard to drive in, as expected with like anything with like a huge sole. Hard to drive in manual specifically for us stick shift boys. Ayo. But yeah, these and like the past 3 shoes, they're like easy to wear. They just have different vibes. You know what I mean? So like I could wear them with just about most of my outfits, but depending on what vibe it's leaning towards, then the footwear will match. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the common theme here. Like most of my shoes or the things I tend to go for are like easy to wear, which brings me to my next one, which these ones are a more recent ad. I got these like maybe within the last 2 months, I think. These are the Doc Marten Adrian loafer platform, I think. I'm not really good with the Doc names, but I actually got these at Ross. Me and Jess went there to like look for boots for her, and I hate going to Ross because it's just like a chaotic shopping experience and there's never anything really good there. But we went right to the women's section. I went over to the big size section, and then I saw this, and I first grabbed them because they were just so humongous. So I grabbed them as a bit and to like just slide them on. And then when I looked at the size, I was like, oh wait, that's my size. So I put them on, it fit like a glove, and I was like, oh, I'm buying these. So I got them for like $50. I think they retail for like $150. So that's a steal. I already have Adrian loafers, but I never wear them because I have the ones with like the horse bit. And these ones are the tassel, and they're a little bit easier to wear because the ones with the horse bit, even though they probably don't, I feel like they clash with a lot of things that I want to wear, or they maybe look a little bit too dressed up, where I would rather look a little bit more dressed down. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna look dressed up, I'm gonna look, I don't know what I'm trying to say. They just don't go together. Okay, next. My Asics 2160, wait, is that out of order? My Asics GT 2160 by Kiko Kostadanov. I love these. My first Asics, I was originally looking to get a pair of black and silver Asics, but these came out, and there's actually another recent ad to the rotation, but I got these when I was still at Feature. They're like brown, purple, and blue. Normally not a combination I would be drawn to, but for some reason, like on this silhouette with these materials, like this juxtaposition is just magic. I don't know how he did it, but these look really good. I love wearing them because of like the mutedness of the shoe. I think that makes it a lot easier for me to wear like these colors. I wear these to go out. I wear these to go outdoors to like touch grass, and they're just a great all-around pair. I still am looking for a black and silver pair eventually, but these are a much welcome ad. Okay, in a similar genre but not is my Solomon XT Slates. Also got these when I was at Feature. I never pulled the trigger on like XE4s, 5s, or 6s, but when these came out, they reminded me of like a 90s import car for some reason. But yeah, I really like them. They came out also in white and in black. After I got them, I wore them maybe like twice, and then like I kind of regretted it because I was like, I should have just gotten a pair in black. And I've gotten over it by now. I've grown to appreciate them, but I could have just worn the black ones a little bit harder, as these ones I kind of feel like I have to be a bit delicate because there's so much white mesh. But yeah, another pair of easy to wear footwear. Okay, next are my Chuck 70s. Can't have a rotation without a pair of Chuck 70s. These ones are the Slam Jam Reconstructed collab. Wait, let me reword that. These are the collab with Slam Jam Reconstructed series. They're like half and half. Part of it is it's half black and half gray. Even the sole is split. One side is white, one side is off-white. Besides that, a very standard Chuck Taylor. The one thing I don't like about it, which I can't tell most of the time, is there's like this stitching along the tongue and the back of where the canvas splits. It just looks a bit too decorative, and it doesn't do anything actually effective, and it's just like too thick, too chunky. Like I don't know. If I was like in the conference call, I would have just said to at least make it smaller, if anything. They did add it here on the leather logo, which is a nice touch. But yeah, I really think this idea goes well with how grungy sometimes a Chuck Taylor gets. I think if you had done this idea and of like splitting like two colors into one sneaker on just about any other shoe, like that gets ugly really fast. But really works with these, I feel like. Yeah, as with everything else, all my shoes are pretty chunky. These are a bit more of a slimmer profile to when I just want to wear something a bit more low-key. Okay, next. Everyone needs a clog in their life, and my clog is a pair of white Birks. I had the Stussy Bostons for a while, and then Jess got me these because those ones were beat to shit. These ones are leather, and I'm glad they're leather because they're a bit easier to clean. When I first got them, they kind of looked like nurse shoes when they were like pure cocaine white. And now that they're a bit dirty and worn in, they have a lot more attitude and life to it. But yeah, everyone needs a clog, especially if like you just need to step out and like run an errand, slide something on, slide it off, good to go. Mine just happens to be these. Okay, last is these super beat up vintage Docs that I thrifted a few years ago. I have no idea what model they are, so if you are like a Doc connoisseur, please chime in. There's like 10 lace holes. They go pretty high up. They use like a super old Doc logo that's like what's it called when it's like imprinted on the side? I'm forgetting the word. Not embossed, the opposite embossed. They're a little bit too big. They're like a half size too big. That's okay, because they were only like $20 at Buffalo Exchange. They're like a combat-ish boot that I really needed in my life at the time. They remind me of like my dad's navy boots. My dad's boots that he wore in the Navy. But I am still looking for a new pair of boots. I just don't know what yet. It's been a while. So if you have any suggestions, please leave some of an all black boot with not such a slim profile. One day I'll get a pair of Guidis, but that day is not going to be anytime soon.